Agent Power Huddle is a daily jumpstart, giving you all the tools you need to create an amazing real estate career. Led by top experts in the field, you'll learn how to sell more houses in less time while creating the life you want. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle.
All right. Thanks for joining us. My name is Terry Leinnweber. You can find me online as Financed with Dad. I work at Dwell Mortgage out of Everett. But today we're going to talk about something that actually is super fun and is the most beneficial thing that you can do to increase your business right now. Who here would like to have more sellers in their life, right? With the recent decoupling of commissions and all the crazy NAR stuff, sellers are really what majority of the agents that I currently talk to and work with are concerned about. And when it comes down to it, sellers are going to be really what most of you guys are going to want to look for. And the cool part is we know where to find them, because if you think about it, who is actually searching for a real estate agent? Is it a buyer? Nah, man, they're on Zillow and Realtor.com and every other website dinking around, and they're not going to talk to me before and get financing information. They're going to go find a house, fall in love with it, and then eventually go down that road. So today, I'm going to show you how to preemptively collect and get the sellers who are searching for real estate agents online. I'm going to show you how to do it for free. And then if we have time, I'll show you how to juice those free results with a little bit of paid advertising. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen real quick here. We're going to share like that. And then we are going to go to presenter mode. And then let's see here. Now, we're going to do Google My Business. For those of you that don't know about it, we're going to go a little deep dive on how to get this thing started. And what this is going to do is this is going to show you how to rank on Google specifically for everything. So here's a quick slide, a little bit about me. I'm business name Financed with Dad, work at Dwell Mortgage. I've got a beautiful little daughter who's 6 years old. She's the life reason I do everything and work as hard as I do. Isabella, she just had her 6th birthday, so super cute. But let's talk about, like, who am I to talk to you about Google, right? I've been a mortgage broker for 4 years. I've worked at a variety of different companies. Basically, the mortgage industry is a little bit weird, so don't take the different companies as anything other than just the name of the game. The customer doesn't necessarily care what flag you fly. They are more about what can you do for them lately. And each company offers different benefits, and ultimately as a broker, you have the access to 20 or 30 different lenders, whereas the regular lender only can sell the products that they work with. Education-wise, I've got an MBA from the University of Washington. I did college instead of high school when I was a younger kid, so I never really got into those degrees, though. I found myself not wanting to work for the man, and ultimately, having worked for the man, specifically, I have worked at Zillow for 4 years, and I used to teach and train agents on specifically how to convert leads and deal with lead gen and create the business that they want. And then on a side note, I am also a real estate agent with eXp Realty locally. Since how nobody wants to meet the mortgage guy in person anymore, I do my mortgages remotely. And then I personally do real estate in the afternoons and weekends. It's a weird dichotomy, but I'm on your guys' side of the fence as well, and I deal with the same things that you deal with. So having both of those, the mortgage and the real estate background, it allows me a little bit different perspective, and I'm going to show you what actually works for me and for the clients that I work with and consult with. So first up, we're going to go over the what and why of Google My Business. We're going to learn how to set up and optimize your account, get client reviews, get found, and get some insights on how everything actually works. For those of you that don't know exactly what a Google My Business page is, it's a platform that allows you to display your business locally on searches and when people use the maps. Your business will be listed just like any other business. And I'm sure some of you have gotten on your phone and you type in, towing company, plumber, whatever it is, and up pops a bunch of businesses with reviews, their phone number, their name, who they are, a couple pictures of the office. This is kind of like a basic Google profile view that you would see on a Google My Business page. But it's all about the search. So how do we, figure out and go over like what makes it really work? So the benefits of having the Google page, we know the average buyer is going to go to a portal website like we talked about, but sellers actually go out and do a little research. Some of them try to sell their houses themselves, which is the research they do, and they might bump into you, but a lot of them are actually looking for the right real estate agent who they can research and know about in advance and understand who they're going to get when they start that process. So one of the first benefits of having your business on Google is what's called an above the fold search. So the very first page of Google, when you type in your search results, you're going to usually see this little map, and it's going to present you 3 options. So if we typed in Elizabeth Yee in search, this is what you would end up with showing up. It also adds a lot of credibility as well. The same way that if you don't have a website, you don't exist. Well, now the new website is Google My Business. You could actually do without a IDX enabled website because 90% of your people are searching on other people's websites anyways, and just be on Google and have a successful business. The other really, really important thing is that mobile accounts for almost 70% of Google searches right now. And so if you go and look on your phone locally and search for the best real estate agent and insert city name, what you're going to see is on the left, and what's really cool, do you see that little blue call button next to everybody's name? If you click that, it will directly call the person on there. So think about this. You have a seller who's thinking about selling their $1 million property. They do some research, and up pops your name with 50, 60 reviews. You think anybody's going to call old Remax there in Las Vegas with 1.8 stars? Probably not, right? So collecting and getting reviews, very important. And now that COVID's not as big of a deal, people are actually coming back to the offices and actually sitting down and wanting to know where you are. And so they can click and get directions directly to your office. And a lot of people are using the term near me when they search. So they'll ask for like a real estate agent who's good at selling homes near me. And so Google's really sensitive to where people are when they actually choose to make the search because of the location and geolocation capabilities of our phones nowadays. Google knows where you're standing when you make the search and will personalize the search relative to the distance of what you're searching for. So how do we get a Google My Business page, right? If you don't have one yet, let's talk real quick about how to set this thing up. There's basically a couple ways to do it, but you're going to go online and you're just going to search for your business. You're going to go to Google/business, click Manage Now. You're going to type in the name of your business, and then you're going to basically start the process of adding your business to Google. Now, if anybody has searched for your business before, Google will have some sort of a record for it. And this is why it's really important that everybody go out and do this, because if you're not controlling your Google business page, Google will make one for you and will put whatever other people put online about you on that page. So you're going to add a quick location. Now you can add your actual physical address, but if you're like a lot of us who are from EXP here, you don't maybe have a physical address or a WeWork space, you work from home and you're mobile. So you actually can just choose an area versus picking a specific address. But you have to pick one or the other. You can choose a service area, multiple service areas, and you can also edit these later. So don't feel like you have to nail this down right away. You can come back and make these edits, and you can always play around with this and customize your service area to really hone in on the customers that you're looking for. Here also, it's going to ask you about the category that best fits your business. I like real estate consultant more than I like almost any other version of it, because it encompasses such a large category of people that are going to be searching, both buyer and seller. Put your contact info in, and then although you have the option to not have a website, you're going to want a website. And so if you don't have one, Google's amazing. They've got get a free website based on your info, which is really cool. It'll basically turn your Google My Business page into a landing page website that you'll be able to use and customize later on. So if you don't have a website, there's no excuse. Google will give you one for free. Otherwise, go to Squarespace and pay $12 for one, and then use a template. This is the part that sucks. You got to verify your business, right? Because anybody could be you, and who's to say that you own the business? So there are 3 ways that Google verifies your business. They're going to send you a postcard in the mail. Boo, that takes 2 weeks. You're going to enter a validation code, or the other super fun one is if you put in an address, they're going to ask you to video verify yourself as the person who owns the property. So you'll get a link sent to your phone, and then it'll ask you for camera permission, and then they're going to want to see a 30-second video of your business. So you're going to go outside, take a video of your address, walk inside, show them your office, and then you're going to upload that video, and that's going to help them verify that you're you. Every time you take a video or a picture with any new modern device, it GPS and geotags exactly where you're at. And so that metadata in those videos and pictures is what Google is going to use to verify that you are who you are. And then once you get your validated postcard, you can enter the number in, or you do the video. Now, how do we optimize your profile to make it actually stand out and be useful in a meaningful way? So there's a couple different categories that you have to kind of treat this Google business page like social media. So you're going to want to post on here often. You're going to want to keep it updated. And you're going to want to add different pictures and photos and really go through and create a sense of who you are. We're going to go over these a little bit one at a time. So first off, we're going to add office photos. Again, Google knows based on the geotagging of your photos where your office is. Now, there's some clever programs out there that will let you edit the metadata on your photos if you need to. So if you have photos and for some reason they're not pulling up, we can add the coordinates to it. But you want your office photos. Google's really big on having an exterior shot of your office so that people can find it when you do the look for directions. You're going to also want to post new photos and videos into your update section like it was social media. So if you post a funny thing on Facebook, post it on your Google page. If you're at a Christmas party and you're doing something fun, take some pictures and post them on your Google page. If you're having anything at all happen in life that you think is worthy of posting on TikTok, YouTube, anywhere, it also belongs on your Google business page. Secondly, your business description. You get 750 words to write your business description. Now, most importantly though, Google is only going to show you the first 250 characters to people, and then they're going to have to click the more button. So just like a newspaper article, you need to write your description and make sure that you include at the very beginning what makes you unique. Do not put any URLs or links in your description because Google will bounce you for that. They do not want you linking out of their ecosystem and into anywhere else. The same way that if you post a TikTok video on Facebook, Facebook's algorithm sees the TikTok watermark and drops your video. The first 250 words are the most important. The rest of it isn't. Now, quick little pro tip here. I've also done a video on ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is the absolute king of writing amazing descriptions. So take a few minutes and get familiar with it. If you don't have the paid version, the free version's pretty good, but the paid version's amazing. and you're going to tell it about you in the chat GPT, who you are, what makes you special. You're going to link into some bios. You're going to give it other bios that you've written before. And then you're going to say, chat GPT, make me a 750 character bio for my Google My Business page, and make sure that the most important information is in the first 250 words. And then chat GPT will magically make you a bio that is amazing. And then you're going to go back and tell it to rewrite it and use the following hashtags and keywords. And these are the keywords that you want to be found for. So most people use the same 5 or 10 hashtags or key components in their advertising. So if you're a luxury person, a relocation person, if you deal primarily with first-time home buyers, you're going to create a 5 to 10 hashtag or keyword list that you're going to then tell ChatGPT to rewrite your description with and make it about those keywords so that you rank for those particular searches with Google when people look for your profile. The other absolute critical, couldn't be more important situation is getting reviews. Reviews are the lifeblood of what actually drives the entire process. The new digital currency that everybody can have as much of as they want are reviews. And I joke around about this, but a lot of people are shy and a little bit sheepish of asking for reviews. But I drive past the same homeless guy every day. He's got a sign outside and he's standing on the corner and he's asking for money. And if that guy can ask for $1, you can ask for a review from your past clients. So more reviews, the better. Secondly, you also want to reply to those reviews. So a lot of people miss that option. And again, we're going to come to that in a minute on a separate slide, but I have a really cool trick for that. Also, Google lets you enable messaging now. So you can get direct messages from people on your Google business page, and they can ask you questions. And you're going to want to set up an auto reply, and do not put in, thank you for your interest, we'll get back to you in 24 hours. That is the death nail for real estate. What you're going to want for your auto reply is something very simple. And you're going to want to include your phone number in the auto reply. So I like, hey, I just got your message. I'm currently with a client. Do me a favor, shoot me a quick text to insert phone number, and I will be right in touch with you as soon as I can. And then you'll get a text message and a ping from Google, and you'll have the person's contact info. Now, you're going to hear a lot about what's called the Google 3-pack. Basically, this is what we looked at earlier, where you get to see when people are looking at Google, they search in real estate agents in insert city. You're going to see a couple ads at the top, but the first thing you're going to see on the web page is the map, and you're going to see a link to 3 recommended sites. Now, Google search engine is going to basically consider what we call prominence. How close are you to the person who's looking for the particular item? They're going to consider whether you're relevant. How many reviews do you have? How many people actually search for you on a regular basis? And then when they do search for you, how many times do they click through? Those combination of variables are what's going to help you rank higher on here. And ultimately, a high review score and being nearby the person is going to really do 90% of the heavy lifting. So keep that in mind. On the mobile version, it's even sexier because you get that little call button next to your name. Like, yes, you're going to get live inbound. Who wants inbound leads from people who were actually looking to speak to a real estate agent? Anybody tired of calling people that registered on a website because they were forced to register to look at pictures and they don't know who you are? And they're like, how'd you get my number? And they freak out on you and you have to go through multiple objections just to even start a conversation. Or you can set your Google business page up, take inbound phone calls from people who specifically already looked you up, love your reviews, know who you are, and want to talk to you. I like that version better myself. Makes my life a lot easier. So how do we rank in that 3-pack, right? We talked a little bit about it earlier. But basically relevance, distance, and prominence. Google's going to look at your website. They're going to evaluate how much local content you have on your website. So if you do have a website, blog posts, videos, and content related to the areas that you live in and serve are going to be paramount in how you rank. So make sure you complete your Google business page. You're going to add as many pictures as you can of you and your clients, of you doing fun stuff. And don't feel bad about treating your Google business page like a social media site. And then the other really cool part is there's a spot where you can do Q&A. When you go to the Q&A section, customers can ask questions and you can answer those questions, which is great. Now, to be fair, nobody's going to ask you a lot of questions. That's okay. Google doesn't show who asked the question. So go in there and ask yourself a bunch of questions that your clients always ask you and then answer them. And that will also rank you higher on search results. So somebody who has 2 questions and 2 answers versus somebody who has 100 questions with 100 answers. Now here's the catch. Google won't let you go crazy and put 100 questions and answers on there at one time. You can do about 10 a week before they stop letting you add questions. Sometimes you can get a few more in there, but try to keep it to about 10 a week as you stack your questions. If you don't know how to stack questions, go to Google and type in a basic seller question, and then Google will drop down a menu of things that also people asked. Take a screenshot of that, and now you have your 10 questions for the week. Rinse and repeat every Monday, and I guarantee 90 days from now, your phone will be blowing up. Reviews, I can't say enough about this. We want 5-star reviews. You want to get and ask for reviews as much as you can. Typically, you're looking at 60 to 70% of your ranking on the 3-pack having to do with reviews. So content also is important. You're going to be able to add places and more information to your Google business page. Let's see here. We're going to actually, you know what? Let's go live now here. Let's stop sharing for a second. And let me show you guys, some really actually cool stuff here. Hold on here. We're going to jump just a little bit here, and we're going to pull up over here like this. So I've got a client that I'm currently working with, and we are going to share. She's kind enough to let me share her Google business page. So as you can see, this is Brandy Pennington, and we've got a nice headshot. We've got some outdoor stuff. We've got Google reviews, like we talked about. And then also we've got your kind of control panel here. And this is where you're going to be able to edit your profile, read reviews. We've got a message here that hasn't been dealt with. We've got, like we said, the Q&A section. We've got 21 questions and answers. I don't know why it's doing that, but you guys can see over here, it's being a little fickle this morning. But when you also have your Google business page set up correctly, it's going to also pull your reviews from other places. So Facebook, experience.com, and it's going to really try to encapsulate the entirety of your business. One of the other things that's really cool to do on Google My Business is to go into the product section. And what you're going to do is you're going to add your listings as products, the same way that a t-shirt company would put a t-shirt here. And then this is going to help you rank these addresses. So when people search for a particular address that they saw on Zillow or somewhere, your Google My Business page will pop up instead of the big companies popping up. And then once you sell the property, what you're going to do is you're going to just basically come along and you're going to mark it as 0 inventory. You're never going to delete it so that you always rank for that website or for that address. And then you basically link back to your own website and you get to see the property. And this is how you bring people back to your website. And if your website has a pixel, now they're in your marketing circle, and you'll be able to eventually market to them on Facebook, market to them all over the place. There's a lot of really cool things you can do, and you can see the phone numbers up here. So the product section is an often overlooked area that people miss out on. And then the other fun thing, if you have a Google My Business page, you can go then and do what are called Google Local Service Ads. So these are a pain in the ass. Sorry for the language, but they require a background check and a whole bunch of stuff for you to be able to do this. But what makes it noteworthy and worth having is once you've gotten your Google Local Service Ads up and running, you're going to be able to come in here and see all your leads and see where it says charge status. Google is the only lead generation company in existence right now that if you get a lead that's a bad lead, you check a box and dispute the lead, and Google will give you your money back. You only pay for the good leads. So for those of you that like to pay for lead gen, can I get a hand raise of anybody that likes to only pay for the good leads? Because having been a guy that sold leads and having sold them for a long time at Zillow, that was a common complaint was I got a bad lead, and not all the leads are good leads. Well, guess what? On Google, they're all good leads. Because if they're bad leads, you dispute them and you get a refund. And you get to pick the categories of the leads that you want to work. So what you would do is you would basically get to pick what type of persons and people that you want to work with. So for instance, we don't want to talk to people with foreclosed properties. So we turn that off, but we want luxury, new construction, and property management. And ultimately, if somebody called us on a foreclosed property, we would get a refund on that lead. You can see where the leads go to directly, and then you can come in here and make some adjustments to your business hours. You can choose what area of town you work on based on the map. So the Google Local Service Ads are absolutely like what you'd want to do. And then just to give you guys a quick little demo here on what it looks like to basically, let's get out of Wikipedia. I don't know why it's doing that. We're going to go to search real quick. Nope. On screen. Open Safari. And we are going to go to, we're going to go to Google real quick. Going to try to get us to open the app. We're going to just say no thank you right now, Google. And we are going to look for the best realtor in Seattle, Washington. And look at that. Ooh, Google screen. You got a little green check mark. Oh, and then we've got 3 people that are paying for Google Local Service Ads. You can message them or call them. And look at this. 780 reviews, 1,000 reviews, 300 reviews. These all look like really great people that somebody would click on. And if you were selling your house, you're going to feel pretty confident calling somebody with 19 years of experience and 1,000 reviews. But the best part is, this is just what popped up for me right now. But if you pay to play, you'll pop up here too. And then you can choose what kind of person you're looking for. So you could be like, I'm looking for a seller's agent actually. And it will come back and it will change through who you get. And then you can scroll down and see even more people. And the little check mark people really love because it means Google did a background check and screened you. So that being said, that is going to be the end of my screen sharing and presentation on that note. If there's any questions, my phone number is attached. You guys can drop me a line. You can feel free to look me up online if you want to go a little deeper one-on-one with this and really figure out how to get more out of Google. I'm more than happy to schedule some time. You can hit my QR code or my phone number. There's a Calendly link, and we can figure out how to get you in a better position to talk to more sellers, make more money, and survive until the next time the economy flips and things. I mean, because right now, half the people that are in our industry quit. but the transaction count didn't go down by half. It went down a little bit, but not a lot. So there's actually more business per agent right now available than there's ever been. You just need to know how to find it. And these last 30 minutes are the best way to get the best clients, sellers. So any questions popping up in chat? Anybody have anything else that we got Molly over here in Seattle. Yeah, Molly, absolutely. I'll look you up and we'll chat after. More than happy to help out. And even if it takes a little bit of time, we can optimize your Google page, and then you can juice it up with the local service ads. And then if you run out of people on that, the next best option is to then use some pay-per-click advertising to take your keywords and really push people in. So a good meeting ends on time and starts on time. So that is the end of my presentation. I want to thank everybody for listening and participating. My name is Terry Leinnweber. You can find me online as Financed with Dad on every single social media. And yeah, my phone number is 907-538-4890. Call, text, email. I am available to help, and I love it. Thank you, guys.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join our free Facebook group. This call was designed for the agents in our EXP organization, but open to any agent from any brokerage. If you're a guest and you're interested in learning more about EXP or our specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.